Being able to get more mobility in your shoulder joint itself really goes a long way for the health of your shoulder joint, specifically the glenohumeral joint. And this very simple internal and external rotation exercise that we're going to do at the wall will be something that, again, helps keep the health of the tissues around that joint healthy, fed, and alive. I'm Bree Johnson of Heart and Bones Yoga. As always, subscribe, love, like, comment, all the usual things on these videos so that I know you're enjoying them. Let's get started. All you need to do is just be at a wall and then bring your arm about shoulder height or maybe even a little bit lower than shoulder height. If we go higher, it's going to not quite get into the right tissues that we want. So let's get a very simple angle that works for your body, just about shoulder height or less. And then have your forearm at the same height as your elbow. And then gently press your back of your arm, back of your elbow into the wall. And then settle yourself against the wall. You're not leaning against the wall, but you're connected. And see if you can invite the back of your ribs in the upper back to the wall a little bit more. Now, the first movement and the first thing that we really want to focus on is making sure that that connection between your elbow and the wall is really there. So gently press that elbow into the wall, and then you're going to start to lift your arm up to the ceiling and then rotate back to where you started, that halfway point. You're rotating and lifting the hand up toward the ceiling, fingertips pointing to the ceiling, and then rotating down. And we want to do this movement nice and slowly, keeping that connection again with the elbow to the wall, and see if you can really notice what's going on there in the shoulder joints and even in any other part of your arm that you're feeling. For many of us, this looks so simple, but can really be quite filled with a lot of different sensations. Now we're going to do that one more time. It doesn't really matter how high you bring your arm up. If you can bring the arm to connect to the wall, great, but the goal is not to get to the wall. It's just to improve in a nice, slow, controlled way the range of motion in external rotation, which is what we're doing right now. Take a moment and even notice that. Just that simple few times going up and down. Notice if you can feel that blood flowing, feel a little bit of the lightness, maybe even feel like your shoulder has dropped away from the ear a bit. Now we're going to do one more variation of that. When we brought the arm up to the ceiling, that was external rotation. Now we're going to go through some mobility for internal rotation. Okay, so again, press your hand or press the back of the arm to the wall. Try not to twist away, try to keep your chest fairly level. And then you're going to lower the forearm down while pressing the elbow at the wall. Lift your arm up. Lower the forearm down. Lift the arm up. And again, this doesn't really matter how low you bring your hand. Most of us are probably going to notice we can't get the arm that far, especially if we don't have a lot of mobility. So that's okay. That's why we're doing this movement, to improve that mobility. Good. It's great. We'll do that 2 more times. Oh, it's a lot of work, and but it's good work. There we go, one more time. Feel how it feels different from when you went up into external rotation to how internal rotation feels for you. And coming back up. See, when we move slowly, when we have control, not just a little wagging or movement like this up and down like that, but by the control of simultaneously pressing your elbow into the wall, moving into external rotation, moving into internal rotation, that slow controlled movement really wakes up more tissues around your joint so that we do end up improving the range of motion over time. Now, of course, you've got 2 shoulders. You'll repeat to the other side. Just like we did on this side. I don't need to do it for you. This is just more of a tutorial to show you the movement. And you'll notice, though, one quick note, you'll probably notice that the experience of mobility on one shoulder is going to be different to the other. So just notice that and observe and continue to do this movement as often as you can. And over time, you'll probably feel a difference. So again, thank you so much. Press that subscribe button, leave a comment on how you like this, suggestions, all the usual things. I will see you in the next video. Thank you.